Good morning and welcome to an edition of Cooking with Uncle Steve. What we're going to cook today? We're going to cook some homemade bread, very simple. The recipe from my good friend, colleague and cooking mentor, Jamie Oliver. Ingredients. Because we couldn't find any strong flour, we're going to use some all-purpose flour. As you've seen, I've pre-prepared it. 1 kilogram of white all-purpose flour, 650 milliliters of tepid water, and as you can see, I've already put the yeast in. That's a 7 milliliter fluid yeast capacity. So, we're also going to use a fork, and to add a little bit of flavour, we're also going to use some salt. So, you have to have a nice clean surface. You tip all the flour onto the surface like so. Make sure it's all out. There we go. And then you start with your hand to create a little well. Okay? A little well inside the flour. As you can see, I've done this before. Moving the flour out to create like a volcano type effect, to make a little well to start to pour in the water. Okay, there we go, look at that, it's lovely. Move it out, square it all away. There we are, little well. Let's quickly wash off my hands. Dry off my hands. Now we've got the little well, we start to take the water and we start to pour it in to the well. We use a fork to mix in the water. Okay, you start to pour it in and then start to bring the mixture in from the outside into the fork. Okay, because what you want to start to try to make is like a porridge inside the little well. Okay, we're going to use a fork to bring it all in. Okay, you bring it in from the outside, because you don't want the water to go glugging over the edge. Even though a little bit doesn't really matter, like so, you can bring it in. Okay, there we go. A little bit of mess doesn't hurt anybody. Bringing all the flour in from the outside, creating a mess, because we like mess in this kitchen, don't we? Now if you need to add a little bit of extra water, because what you want is a nice elasticity and stringiness to the mess. Okay? Nice porridgey effect, bringing the flour in from the outside, stirring it with the fork for now to create a nice doughy consistency. Okay, add a little bit more water in there. Here she goes. We've got a little bit of a lava flow going on there. Doesn't really matter. It's all going to go in to the mixture. Move that out of the way. Nice doughy consistency, worked in to the flour mix. Add a little bit more water in there. What you want to do is get all of that flour mixed in to the actual doughy mix until you can't move it around anymore with the fork. There we go, look at that. A little bit more water, bringing it in to a nice sticky, doughy consistency. Yeah. There we go, bringing it all in. Bring it all in, mix it around. Okay, so you can't mix it anymore with your fork. A little bit more water, getting it in there. Okay, bring it all in, mix it all around. Bring all that flour in, mixing it in with the dough. Bring some in from this side, mix it in. Mix, mix, mixity mix. Mix, mix, mixity mix. Mix a mix, a mixity mix. Swash it all in. There we go. Stringy dough. Now, get that off there. We start to move it around with the fork still, bringing all of the flour in to the centre. We want to use up all of this lovely flour to make our dough. Before we start the kneading process. Now this process takes about 10 minutes, so this part 1 video may be quite long, but it's okay. Yeah, we've only done this a couple of times before, but this is good. Okay, so we get the dough and we start to turn and tear the dough, making sure we've got all the flour mixed in with the dough. Pull, press, pull, press. All the flour goodness comes into the dough and we pull, press. Ripping the dough. There's no real set methodology to this bread type mix. We just bring it all in, slosh it all around, get it all squared away. Yeah. I don't think Liam would like this too much, because he's a bit of a fairy when it gets to getting his hands dirty. Some more flour in there, move it around, squash it all in. There you are, look at that. Yeah, stringy, stringy, stringy bread dough. Push it down, move it around, in we go. Yeah. Takes a while, this bit, because you've got to get this bit right. Yeah. Get it all in there. Get all the little snurkers from the bottom, all the little flakes. Squash them all in. So the bread is ready to go. Now phase 2 is the unvideoed bit. Because all that is the bread actually proving and doubling in size. That takes about an hour and a half, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but I've got other things to be getting on with than watching some bread prove. Push that in there, there we go, look at that. Squish, squash, splish, splosh. Yeah. Looking good, kids, looking good. Don't know how it's going to taste, but let's see. Yeah. I'm not a bread maker by trade. However, I was once a life taker. Now I'm retired. I've turned into a multitasking bread maker. Look at that. Squishy, squashy, splishy, sploshy. Get some of this juice up, wiggle it around, get all that flour in. Kneading bread is good for the soul. Now we haven't got bread tin, so we're just going to have to make a bowl, yeah, or a couple of bowls, because this is going to double in size, okay, which isn't too bad. As you can see, squishy, squashy, splishy, sploshy bread. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Nice, nice. Kneading the bread. Because the bread needs to be kneaded to allow everything to start to react and interact. Yeah? What we're basically doing is we're folding air into the bread to assist the yeast's process of reacting. Yeah? That's basically what we're doing. Okay? Assisting the yeast's process to react. into the mix. Okay? Beautiful. Tearing it open, folding it over, squeezing it about, getting all that air in there. Lovely. Lovely, jobbly, splishy splubly. Tomorrow, we might do some old favourites of mine that my mum used to do when I was a lad. Yeah? And tomorrow, me and Leon might do it. And they are chocolate Rice Krispie cakes. So if you want to tune in tomorrow, you're going to get a nice treat of chocolate Rice Krispie cakes. There we are, look at that. Beautiful. Get everything squashed in. We don't want to leave much of this behind. Got a few berserkers there, so we're going to peel them up, squash them in and all. Kneading bread, the ancient way. Here we are, look at that. Get all that air in, push it out, or rip it, strip it, zip it. Yep. Ooh, quite tiring. Quite tiring for an old man like me. Never mind. Here we go. Heel and toe. Hiddly hiddly, biddly po. Look at that. Beautiful. Cooking with Uncle Steve. Yeah, there we are. Push it down. Knead it. Just like a baker does. Early in the morning, making his bread. There we go, heel and toe, early in the morning, breaking the bread, making bread, breaking cheese. There we are, bread maker extraordinaire. Now when we eventually put it in the oven, because we are going to do something else in part 2, yeah, to give it a little bit extra taste, a little bit extra flavour, a little bit extra je ne sais quoi, into the bread mix. Yeah, look at that. Nice, elastic bread. Gonna taste lovely, I think. Made with my own lily white hands, I hasten to add. Squash down a bit. Yeah, get in there, get in there. Push, yeah. Push, yeah. Push, there we go, look at that. Can even incorporate some steamer breathing. Look at that. Like a big rolling ball. There you are. Look at that bad boy. We're coming in to land. Now in the old days, I reckon the bread was a bit bigger than this. Yeah. In the old days. Another couple of minutes and then phase 1 will be done. Kneading of the bread. Got a few berserkers there. Round about. There we are. Gotta get the berserkers up. Kneading the bread's important to give its fluffiness inside. Curing the bread, also important to get the right temperature, because yeast needs a nice, moist, humid temperature. Nice, moist, humid temperature to get excited about. Yeah? Here we go. Look at that, it's like a big boob. Here we go. Could be a baker, probably. Could be a baker. Could be anything I want to be. Used to be a life taker. Now I'm a baker. Now I'm a bread baker. Yeah, look at that. Like a big boob. Big squashy boob. Yeah, look at that bad boy. Here she comes, heels and toes. Yeah, 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 yeah. You like it a lot. You like it a lot. You like it a lot. Yeah, yeah. Like that. Like that big boob. Bing. There we go, folded it in. Fold it in, squash it down, fold it in, squash it down, fold it in, squash it down, squash it down, fold it in, squash it down. There we go. I think we're done. Okay? That was a good squashing it in session. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah. And then we dump her in the thumper with the kibbity cumper. Ding! In she goes there. Like that. Like that. Ready, steady, cook. Now, the traditional way, after I wash my hands, of allowing it to cure is using the tea towel. However, to create a nice humid environment for this bad boy to square himself away, cling film's better. So let's put a bit of cling film on it. And then an hour and a half, tune in again to the rolling process. That's going to be the tricky bit. If we have cling film, if not, we will have to go back to the ancient way. There we are, cling film. Tricky. Cling film's always been a tricky little fellow of mine. Always a tricky little fellow. He don't really like me. Ever since I was in the army, I used to poop in it. Never really liked me. But let's see. Let's see if we can get it squared away. Under there. A knife. You say he don't like me. Told you he didn't like me, didn't I? Hey? Yeah. Go. Knees and toes. Now, leave that to cure in a nice, cool, humid environment, you reckon, for a bit. Cling film's not really cling filming. I don't think it's that good, but never mind. Doesn't really want to stick to this bowl, this cling film. I don't know why. Let's try. Let's try before we buy. Now, unfortunately, with cling film, you can't try before you buy, can you? No, there we are. That just goes there. Put that over the top. Hour and a half. Okay, so now the time is 1. No, it's not, it's 12. So at 1:30 we'll be back for phase 2.